The Nintendo Wii U? Or is it more like the Nintendo PU? The Nintendo Wii U, if you didn't know, is Nintendo's new video game system. It came out a few months ago in November. But are you, yes you, sold on it yet? Is the system really worth picking up right now? I've had my Wii U for a few weeks, and in that time period, the system's biggest flaws have become very apparent. And it turns out, the flaws don't have anything to do with the system itself.
Oh no.
It all comes down to the marketing and the name Wii U. Nintendo is the most popular, most successful gaming company in the world. Their last system, the Wii, has gone on to sell, I think, over 100 million units since this past holiday season. That made Nintendo a ton of money. A shit ton, if you will. And being one of, if not the most popular video game company in the world, when Nintendo has a new Mario game or Legend of Zelda game, they don't really have to do much to sell it. All they have to do really is just get the word out that there's a new entry in those game series. I mean, take for when Majora's Mask came out. Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game and one of my favorite video games of all time. It came out, I think, in September-ish of 2000, and the ad campaign was amazing. It captured the whole end-of-the-world feel that the game was all about, and it was really original. It was really cool.
The world on your shoulders.
Hey man, what's going on?
Waiting for the moon to drop.
Don't forget, it's all about the weight of the moon.
But by the time I saw these ads, I was already halfway done with the game. Another game like that was Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64. When that game came out, they had an ad campaign where I think it was like a bunch of mascots fighting in the field. And again, really cool idea. I mean, it's, you know, kind of cheesy, but it's funny and memorable. But by the time that ad was making its rounds on Kids WB, my friends and I had already clocked numerous hours into the game itself. So when I first heard that Nintendo has a new game system out, the Wii U, I was watching this E3 press conference thingy, and when they first revealed it, I was confused. Was this a new system? Was this an add-on to the original Wii? What the fuck is this? The name itself is just so confusing. Nintendo has a history of taking past console names and modifying it a little bit. They started with the Nintendo, or Nintendo Entertainment System. The next one was the Super Nintendo. Oh, Super, yeah. And then Nintendo 64. Oh, 64 bits, oh my god! Those were clear, like, advancements. But with the Wii U, I think the problem stems from, on the original Wii, in their software game library, they use the word Wii for some of the games, not just the system. Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Party, we get the idea. I personally think the Wii should have just been left at that. Its giant success also works against it. By calling the system the Wii U, it makes it seem like it's an attachment for it or even a new game for it. Remember the Nintendo 64 disk drive system? No, you don't fucking remember. Wow. Once I realized it's not an attachment, it's actually a whole new system, I was intrigued. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I still wasn't sold on it. Fast forward to E3 2012. In all honesty, I was hoping for a pretty big announcement. You know, nothing huge, but maybe a Majora's Mask remake, maybe a new 3D Mario, hell, maybe even Earthbound coming back out to the United States after not being here for like 15, almost 20 years. Hint, hint. But what did we get? Pikmin 3 footage, which we knew was coming out, and Nintendo Land. Fucking Nintendo Land. I was pissed. I wrote off the system right there. From the footage, it looked like just some glorified Mario Party minigames without that much effort put into them. Where was the game that made me want to buy the system? Where was the Super Mario 64? Where was the Super Smash Bros. Melee? Melee? So now we're at November of 2012. The system actually launches. I'm curious. I'm like, okay, you know, I don't like this system, but I'll watch some YouTube videos about people reviewing it. I'll watch some gameplay footage. And I noticed one common trend in all these videos that I watched. It was the amount of fun that all the people were having. So at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'll buy into the hype. I'll get my Wii U. And once I actually got my hands on the system itself, I was honestly blown away. The system may not have the most advanced technology under the hood. Who knows if it'll be able to keep up with the next generation of PlayStation and Xboxes, but that doesn't really matter since the Wii, Nintendo's kind of gone on their own path. And this is the system that I think everybody wanted the Wii to be, but it just wasn't there yet. I haven't had this much fun playing a video game since the original Halo came out for the Xbox in 2001. That's an accurate date.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
The whole system is based around having this second screen and having this gamepad in the palm of your hands. Look at them smudgies, and look at me shining this light in y'all's eyes. Okay, Max, you have two screens like the DS. No, you're fucking wrong. It's not like the DS. Maybe it's kind of like the DS, but it's better. Obviously, you can clear up the screen, the main TV screen, and have all your stats and HUD here. You can even play the entirety of some games right on the pad itself, freeing up the ability to watch your favorite TV shows while playing Mario.
You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
But I think by far the coolest part about this system is the fact that 5 people can play games at once now. 4 people on the TV screen and 1 person using the gamepad. It sounds simple enough, but it really totally reworks the whole versus multiplayer experience. For example, with Nintendo Land, you can have 4 people on the TV screen trying to catch the 1 person playing as Mario on here. Or then, even in the Sonic racing game, 4 people are racing around on the TV screen trying to avoid you on here who's playing as a monkey ball, trying to crush them. They all sound very simple and not that exciting, but in practice it's a ton of fun, because it makes it more competitive. It hits the 4 people against this 1 person on the gamepad who has a clear advantage, so it really encourages teamwork and cooperation. Going back to the marketing commercial aspect, I think Nintendo really missed the mark on capitalizing on the fun of it. The commercials all based around having a Hollywood Squares type deal of all these families in these different box rooms playing and having a great time. Look, here's a generic family singing a song. It looks like they're having fun, but you know they're not. Also, this one game apparently teaches kids to make it rain early. That's kind of fucked up, Nintendo.
That'll make it rain, baby. Not make it hail!
The Wii's original campaign was a lot better. I mean, from the initial footage where the camera was the TV and you just saw people waving around a Wiimote, doing different motions, that was cool. It's very simplistic, but it showed that, oh look, you can do all these cool things with this one controller. Maybe I think it was the first run of commercials with the 2 Asian dudes, borderline racists, coming up to the door being like, "We would like to play," with an Asian accent, not that accent. It just showed the family and these 2 strangers having an amazing fun time and having a blast, and you were convinced they were loving what they were doing. The one place I have to give Nintendo credit though is that they could have possibly realized their mistake. They hired some YouTubers to actually make their own commercials for the system. My 3 favorites being by OMFG Kata, DM Jared, DMJ Arid, and That One Video Gamer. Each of these 3 videos showcase my 3 favorite aspects of the system that Nintendo failed to really capture in their widely spread marketing campaign. They focus on the nostalgia / fact that it's Nintendo. The name Nintendo is powerful enough. It's been around for what, 30 years now? It's been around for a while. Another one of these commercials focuses on the gamepad itself, its wireless aspect and ability to play wherever you want and play the full game. And it also capitalizes on the Miiverse. Ah yes, the Miiverse. Nintendo's answer to Facebook. It's their own social hub kind of thing. This was another thing I wasn't that initially impressed with, but I didn't really fully realize how creative this whole Miiverse system was until I got my hands on it. For example, in Super Mario Brothers, or New Mario, whatever the hell the Mario Brothers game for this system is called, when you have the world map, you have these balloons. You can click on this button and you can see people's thoughts and comments on the game. If you die in a level, you'll get people's messages. Maybe they'll be helpful. Maybe they'll be cool pictures. Or in Nintendo Land, when you're queuing up a game or walking around in the lobby, you see people who are playing the game now, and they have little messages that pop up, and that's neat. It really makes you feel like you're kind of connected to these people, even if you don't really want to be. It's nice, you know. It's like, oh cool, other people are playing this game. Or when you boot up the system, you see all these Miis gathering around bubbles of games that people are currently playing. So it changes every time you turn on the system. And the cool part too is that you can seamlessly switch between the Miiverse and the game that you're playing. I thought that you would have to log out of the game and stuff. No, you just hit a button, and then you're there in the Miiverse. It's just a cool little social aspect that's not annoying and that's actually a lot of fun to use. Again, keyword being fun here. And isn't that what video games are supposed to be all about? Fun? So if we were to rate the system on some kind of numeric scale, I say I would give it 3 official Nintendo 64 controllers and a 4th Mad Catz off-brand one. Because it doesn't really have that killer app that the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube did, but if you're on the fence about it, or you have a lot of friends that come over and play video games a lot, or you just love Nintendo, you will be pleasantly surprised with the system and will have tons and tons of fun, I guarantee it. So on January 23rd, Nintendo had this video streaming online talking about some upcoming Wii U titles. They talked about like a new Mario game, a Mario Kart, a new HD Zelda, and they talked about Smash Brothers, which was announced a couple years ago. The cool thing though is that they talked about some new titles that we had no clue about, like a new Yoshi game, a Persona Fire Emblem crossover game, an HD remake of Wind Waker, but the most exciting was this game from the creators of Xenoblade, Monolith Soft. Xenoblade is this Wii RPG that came out last year that's supposed to be really good. Haven't played it. But this game, the new one, Xeno something, maybe it's just called X, Xenoblade 2, looks amazing. I mean, oh my god. My review is still the same. None of these games are out yet, so that hasn't changed at all. But, you know what? I'm gonna leave you guys with that video. Enjoy it. Enjoy the awesome music that just gets me so pumped up. The people outside agree. See you guys real soon.